Coffee time, and today we're looking at videoing the Sika deer. Got to the car park about an hour before dawn, and unfortunately it was raining quite heavy and it's forecast to clear up nicely throughout the rest of the day, so I didn't want to get all the gear wet, so I decided to wait it out until the rain passed, which wasn't too long. So walked to the venue here where I'm filming. Put me back a little bit, disturbed a couple of groups of Sika, filmed one, which is not ideal because they know they're there and they're sort of staring at you, but it's not that natural, but I thought it was a start. When you look at the Sika, I always feel that the sinister look that they have doesn't really match the call that they produce. You can definitely see where the sort of pagan, demon-like worshippers would get inspiration from their imagery when you look at that gruff, rough face and those sharp antlers. It's quite difficult to film in this particular venue. There's a lot of trees about. It's quite difficult to catch them in the open. So you're sort of picking them out as they pass behind one tree and the other. Generally speaking, the most points that you'll see with a Sika stag would be 8, but this particular one is very old. So he's got a bit of a white mane going on and around his mouth, but yeah, one of his antlers is backward facing. So when he came up to this point, I was almost willing him just to take another step or two, whether he had a sixth sense that I was there, but in the end he just moved back and melted away into those ferns. what worked really well with Denise last Friday was going off and having some lunch, a pub lunch, so I'll do that again, which gives me, it saves me getting too tired, and I'm coming nearly 60, walking around all day with a big old pack. Can't seem to do it as I used to, so but that'd be quite nice. Maybe do a little bit of photography on the coast. The migrant birds, it's a good time of year for that. So I've done a really good session, a couple of sessions on the deer. So I think it's time to really sort of concentrate on some other things. Maybe return to my local roe deer, which I've neglected over the last few weeks or few months. So yeah, I'm really quite pleased. Have some lunch then, and then pop back for the evening, just to see whether I can get any more. I'm going to have a little, on the way back to the car park, I'm going to have a little explore just to see if I can find any other areas any other likely areas that look good. But yeah, really good start to the day, so I'm quite pleased. Yeah, let's see what comes. So on my return back in the evening, I decided to just slightly move position, see if I could get a better view as they came through. But again, travelling through exactly the same part of the woods, just on the edge between the ferns and these trees. They seem to be accompanied by some fallow deer, which was quite interesting. You can definitely get an idea of the size relationship between the two. They're very similar in size, so they're smaller than reds, but very similar size, the Sikas to the fallow. But you can definitely see the distinction in the colours. The Sikas have a slightly broader rump, where the fallow, it's a much more of a heart shape. So despite this is allegedly exclusively a Sika deer video, I don't think Denise would have forgiven me if I didn't include this really cute fawn. So although the fawn was oblivious to my presence, there was no fooling the doe. So I was quite encouraged to see this stag working his way round his harem, checking to see whether any of the hinds were exhibiting signs of estrus. So it appears as if for the Sika at least, the rut hasn't completely come to a finish. So through watching this behaviour, it's really encouraged me, but it's given me a bit of a quandary what to do next week. If the rut is still, which seems to be still ongoing, I might give this one more trip. The day worked really well, dropping down to the coast and doing some photography there. The wind was just too strong really to do any effective filming, so I'm going to keep an eye on the weather. If the wind drops, then that's going to be a sort of another option. I've hoped you enjoyed the video. If you have, give it a big thumbs up, like and subscribe. As always, I hope you join me in the next one.